Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. But before we begin, just a quick warning. The last video is truly disturbing. The first video tonight comes from Fell Wanderer, a YouTube channel run by Damien, an avid outdoorsman from the UK. The channel primarily focuses on wild camping, hiking, and bushcraft adventures, often set in remote and scenic locations across the UK. Damien's videos are known for their calm, immersive atmosphere, showcasing the beauty of nature and the simplicity of outdoor living. It is November the 30th, 2014, and in this particular video, Damien, an experienced solo adventurer, shares a compilation of unsettling findings from Harwood Forest in Northumberland, England. This dense and isolated woodland has become the backdrop for months of strange and unexplained activity he's encountered on multiple trips. Determined to understand what's going on, he returns to document it all, and what he finds is genuinely chilling. So what do you guys think was out there in those woods making all those noises? From scattered bones to a knife left behind, it's all incredibly creepy and raises so many questions. What is out there in those woods? Why are there bones everywhere? And what's behind the constant screeching and howling sounds that echo through the trees? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. One thing's for certain. Most people wouldn't dare stick around to camp in a place like that after seeing what Damien found and hearing those disturbing sounds all night long. Quick question. Would you ever camp alone in the woods, not knowing who or what might be out there with you? Or do you prefer to stay warm and cozy in your own bed, watching others brave the unknown from the safety of your screen? The next horrifying video comes from Phil the Thrill, a YouTube channel known for urban exploration, high adrenaline adventures, and mysterious off-road encounters. It is April the 9th, 2019, and Phil is riding through a remote wooded trail, likely on a dirt bike or quad, trying to reconnect with friends who seem to have taken a different path. The area appears secluded, with no visible signage indicating private land. What starts as a casual attempt to find his group quickly spirals into a dangerous and unforgettable encounter.
Dude, I cannot find my friends. They literally just like went ahead of me. They probably took a different turn. I'm trying to find them. No idea where they are. Can't, but I think I'm lost, bro. Definitely lost. What the hell's a quad doing out here? Whose quad is this? Whose quad is this? I don't even know. Yo, dude. What's up, dude?
What do you mean, what's up?
What are you doing?
I'm stopping people from trespassing on my property.
I've never been here before. What are you talking about?
You and your friends trespassing on my property.
I've never been here. My friends have never been here.
Don't lie to me. I heard you guys riding all day long, tearing up my trails. You did it last week. You did it the week before.
Yeah.
I told you not to come here anymore. Now, I want your names, your addresses, and everything.
But dude, but I don't know you. Who are? I don't know. How do I know you own the property?
Because you're riding through here every weekend.
But how do I know you own this? I don't know what my friends have been doing. Why are you blaming this on me?
I know what you've been doing because I've been watching you from the woods.
But how do I know you own the property, huh?
This tells you I own the property.
While making his way through the trail, Phil spots a quad bike ahead and slows down to investigate. Suddenly, a man in camouflage steps out from behind a tree, armed and aggressive. He claims to own the land and begins threatening Phil for trespassing, his demeanor immediately hostile.
All right, dude, relax, dude.
All right?
You don't gotta. I don't want any trouble, dude. I don't want any trouble.
I want your name.
I can't give you that, sir.
Huh?
I can't give you that.
You gotta give me your name.
Why?
Because I want to know. I want to know where you and your friends live. You're gonna tell me you're not. You're gonna play stupid.
I don't know. My name's
Give me your name?
No.
You don't want to give it?
No.
All right. Get off the bike.
Why?
You're gonna come through my property. Get off the bike.
All right, dude, chill. Relax. I'm getting off. I'm getting off.
All right. Get off. And I want you to tell your friends never to come back here either. Okay?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you
But you don't post any signs here. You don't post any signs.
signs all up and down the trail. Don't play stupid with me, boy. All right?
But what's the big deal if you just tell us to leave and I'll leave next time? I'll leave.
Giving you 10
Yo, dude, chill. Relax. Do not shoot. We don't need to shoot.
One more.
We don't need to shoot.
Start counting. Count to 10. 1.
All right, dude. What? Dude. Holy. Oh my God. Dude, I feel the bullets whizzing by. Oh my God. Dude, where'd he go? Oh my God. I gotta call the cops. Dude, I gotta hide, bro. I'm hiding. My friends are in the woods over there. Oh, fuck. Dude, I hear a quad. Holy shit. Dude, I'm so scared.
The situation escalates fast. The man forces Phil off his bike and demands personal information. When Phil refuses to give his name, the threats intensify. And then, the man fires warning shots into the air. In a split-second decision, Phil bolts, running for safety with gunshots echoing behind him.
I'm so scared, dude. Dude, I'm literally shaking, dude. Look at this. I'm literally shaking. My hands are shaking. I hear his quad, dude. I'm shaking, dude. There he is. Oh my God. Dude, he's right there. He's right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How does he not see me?
Oh, you guys are in here. Where's your squad?
What the hell is he doing? What the hell does he see? Holy.
Hey, now you guys, get off my property. What I tell you? Get back here.
Dude, my friends are in there. What the f? Oh my God, this guy's crazy, dude. This guy's crazy. Oh my God. This guy's crazy. Oh my God. My friends were in there. Oh my. Dude, I'm oh. Dude, this guy's crazy. This guy's a nutcase. What did he see? What the hell? What do I do?
While hiding off trail, Phil hears the sound of a quad bike closing in. The man pulls up frighteningly close, but doesn't spot him. Then, assuming others are still on his land, the man continues down the trail, firing again as he moves. Though Phil escapes the encounter physically unharmed, he's forced to abandon his bike to get out alive. So what do you think? Was the landowner justified in his actions? Or did things escalate far beyond reason? Let us know in the comments below. One thing's for certain. This is a stark reminder of how quickly things can turn terrifying when exploring unknown areas. Always double-check where you are and never assume you're alone out there. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us to continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Tim John Ben, a YouTube channel dedicated to urban exploration, paranormal investigations, and spine-tingling adventures. Usually featuring a trio of friends, Tim, John, and Ben, the channel dives deep into abandoned or haunted locations, tied to unsettling legends. It is December the 29th, 2016, and the group finds themselves in a remote ravine, following a path that leads to a dark, mysterious tunnel. They've been hiking for nearly a mile, and despite the failing light and increasing sense of isolation, they decide to press forward. What begins as a simple exploration quickly turns into something far more disturbing.
So you're good, John, are you sure you're good or you should get me up?
Yeah, fine.
Are you positive?
Yeah, let's just go.
My feet are drenched.
220.
We've been following this ravine for like a mile maybe, and it leads to this tunnel, and we're just gonna go straight down.
You're still recording?
What is that? Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording. No, it's just recording.
No, I have anything.
As the boys step into the tunnel, they're greeted by the calming sound of water trickling through the darkness. But that moment of peace doesn't last. As they move deeper inside, faint but sharp cracking noises begin to echo through the tunnel. Subtle at first, but strange enough to raise alarm. The sound feels unnatural, and it's clear something isn't right.
What is a consistent noise?
Alright, so because that video was so choppy, after we turned off our lights, we went into the tunnel. And then after that, we started hearing some weird noises. You know, that clapping noise in the background that happened a few times. And then on the other end of the tunnel, we heard something huge.
Yeah, there's definitely something over there. So at this point, we still don't really know what it was, but it's gigantic. At least in the dark, it seemed gigantic. And in the moment, it was pretty terrifying. So the plan from now is to go back to the land where the tunnel was at, and then we're gonna be doing like a day-night thing for a couple hours near dusk, and be searching for it, and we're gonna find it, and we're gonna go ready. We're gonna be ready this time. John, what do you think about that?
That's John back there. It was huge. We're gonna find it. There's something out there, and we are gonna find it.
How close am I to you? I have no idea.
You're still like a foot away, but it's
Ben.
Is that to get your face out of my
Ben.
face?
Suddenly, everything shifts. The group becomes convinced that something large, is pursuing them. In a full-blown panic, they sprint back toward the entrance. One of them slips and crashes into the cold water, but they all manage to escape without injury. Shaken and breathless, they explain that whatever was behind them felt massive, fast, and far too real. They mentioned plans to return for a follow-up investigation, but no update has ever been posted. So we're left with only questions. Was it something paranormal, an undiscovered creature, or just their minds playing tricks in the dark? Let us know what you think in the comments below. One thing's for sure, this tunnel holds a presence that feels like it belongs in a horror film. Perhaps it's not the animals we should fear most, but other humans. In the dark and desolate places we explore, it's often the unexpected presence of another person that turns a thrilling experience into a truly terrifying encounter. The next shocking video of the night comes from Alex Bugs Morentes, a YouTube channel run by a former law enforcement officer turned urban explorer and paranormal investigator. It is November 30th, 2024, and Bugs travels to the ghost town of Yeso, New Mexico, for an overnight stay. His goal? To explore the eerie remains of this once inhabited town, including an abandoned motel and schoolhouse, and to document any paranormal or unexplained activity along the way. That night, after settling into his van, parked on the outskirts of the ghost town, Bugs is suddenly awoken by strange noises just outside his vehicle. Despite having all his windows shut, the sound of footsteps circling the van grows louder and more persistent. Tension quickly rises as the atmosphere shifts from peaceful isolation to something far more unnerving.
And maybe record some more. Show you some stuff that I didn't show you, maybe. But anyways, I'm gonna call it for the night. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I did do a couple at night. I went back into that general store as you saw. I did some other ones at night, but I just don't want my video to be too long at this point. So I didn't encounter anything weird. So anyways, I'm gonna sign off, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye. Okay, guys. Something woke me up. I heard, I think, sounded like footsteps. I'm not sure if that's what woke me up. I put on my pants and my shoes just for in case. I was asleep. I got all my windows closed. I got this light here, but I don't know if they can see it. But I suddenly heard footsteps. Something woke me up. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, fuck. Just for in case.
Not long after going to bed, Alex is jolted awake by the unmistakable sound of someone or something moving just outside his van. He doesn't take any chances. Grabbing his weapon, he prepares himself in case the situation escalates, opting for caution over risk.
Oh, I heard the footsteps again. Looks like they went to the back. What the f***? Okay. Somebody's definitely outside. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. Honestly, I end up shooting somebody. F***. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? There's somebody inside. Son of a bitch. I don't even know if I'm gonna go outside. Who is it? F*** it. I'm coming outside, man. Just so you know, I'm armed. I'm opening the door. Who's there? I don't see anybody. Fuck. What the fuck? Anybody there? Somebody out here. Hello? Maybe they went inside that schoolhouse. Okay. It's time for me to go. The sound was coming from this side, from the driver's side. Okay, I think I'm gonna head to Vaughn. Okay, guys, I don't know if somebody was fucking with me playing tricks, but either way, I don't think I want to stay there with that shit going on. I was thinking maybe when I said I was armed, maybe they got scared and left. I don't know. I went outside and looked. I didn't see anybody. I thought I saw a shadow going in that schoolhouse, but maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. I'm just probably paranoid at this point. But I'm gonna head to Vaughn. It's kind of late. Try to get some rest so I can head back to Albuquerque in the morning. Bye.
Suddenly, loud knocking echoes against the side of his van. Someone is definitely out there. Bugs calls out, warning that he's armed, as he continues to hear footsteps circling the vehicle. When he finally opens the door to confront whoever, or whatever, is out there, he sees nothing at first. But then, across the street, he spots a shadow darting into the old abandoned schoolhouse. Rather than risk a direct confrontation, he makes the smart call to leave the area entirely. So, what do you guys think? Just someone trying to break in to steal stuff? Or someone with far more sinister intentions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep knowing there was someone outside, hiding in an abandoned schoolhouse just across the street, waiting for me to fall asleep again. There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand, and sometimes the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The next video comes from Bunny Plays Here, a YouTube channel focused on solo female van life and travel adventures across the United States. It is September the 7th, 2024, and the solo traveler arrives at a scenic but remote campground, planning to use it as a base for the day's adventures. She describes the spot as beautiful, though extremely windy, and notes a few other vehicles nearby, including an RV and a van. What starts as a peaceful visit soon turns unsettling as she begins to notice strange behavior from a man near the RV. Upon arriving, Bunny notices that the RV seems unoccupied, but a man later appears, acting erratically. He paces around outside in the heavy wind without ever entering the RV, and at one point blocks the road with his own van, giving himself a direct view into her camper. With each passing moment, his presence feels more suspicious.
I pulled into this epic campground and there was this RV sitting here. No big deal. Cool. I just figured the people who owned the RV were gone. And then somebody pulled up to the RV and started messing with it. And then they pulled away again. It looked at first like they were trying to hook up, so I thought, oh, those are the people who own the RV. But then they pulled away. And whenever they did, they're now just sitting up at the edge of the drive here. Like they've been sitting there for like 10 minutes. Just sitting right where you come in. Just staring. There is another van here. However, I don't love this. This is kind of weird. Their actions are very strange. The van I haven't seen anyone at. It's pretty windy outside, so I don't expect people to just be like running around in the outdoors frolicking, but wow. And now he's going back down to the RV again. Again, just sitting there. Not sure why. I started watching this because I noticed that there was a man awkwardly standing outside, and it is really windy, like super, super windy. And I am currently watching the RV because I'm yet to see anybody actually go into the RV, including the man who was standing out there who was messing with it. And I don't feel the best. Now, as a solo female, I put my hat on. Okay. I think Okay, he's now opened the door of the RV. And again, this might be nothing. This might be absolutely nothing. Normally, I don't watch my neighbors very closely. I just kind of am like, oh, okay, cool. We're all in the same place together. However, I have my hair up today, so I just put a hat on so I would appear more man-like. Very much so not trying to be a man. Very much so love my little floof. But at the same time, when someone is awkwardly threatening, I saw a tip for any woman to put their hair up into a hat and just pull it down far so you look a little bit more like intimidating. And I know that sounds weird, and I hate that I'm even doing that, but at the same time, that was very strange. I'm really hoping that there's nothing weird going on. I'm just watching. You know, you have to be very careful. I'm in a very remote area right now, and it could be absolutely nothing. And I really do hope it is nothing. But something just seems kind of weird about it. Does that make sense? I could always go and find another site. It is bright enough to do that. And I kind of am thinking I might need to. This is a beautiful site. But also, I don't understand what my neighbor is doing, and I just keep looking in my mirror to see what is going on, because I don't understand why, A, he would back up and then attach, but then not attach, and then just lurk. And then he never went inside. Never went inside. He was outside for like 35 minutes. It is hard to even function in the outside right now because of the amount of wind that is happening. Beautiful sight, so windy. Now he's coming back outside again. Like, the thing about it is, I've been to some campsites where there have been some RVs that have been abandoned, and then somebody comes to try to claim them. I've seen that before. And so I was thinking at first, well, maybe this is one of those, and that's what's going on here. But the guy just like opened the door like nobody's business. And maybe it's his. I don't know. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The activity that has been going on is just weird. And I need to get out of my van to go and organize some things. And that's going to be a challenge, so it's going to take me a minute. I just want to make sure that I am safe in doing so. And well, he didn't get in the truck. He's just outside. I understand some people like to bear it all in the elements. I understand some people like to just be out there. It is not that kind of like wind that you want to just stand out in it, though. It's like whoosh, knock you down kind of wind. And when I first saw him, he was kind of like, ugh, and I thought he was carrying something. And I think that's what threw me off, is the fact that he was out in the wind and it looked like he was carrying something. And at first I thought, oh, he's carrying a dog to go to the restroom. And I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of dog he has. And it started out as like an innocent, oh, I wonder what this is. And then it turned into a, what is he doing? Like, and again, this is me being a nosy Nelly because I'm trying to make sure I'm safe. But I think you need to be a nosy Nelly sometimes if something just kind of was like, oh.
As Bunny parks up to relax and enjoy the view, she can't shake the feeling that something's off. The RV nearby seems empty, yet a man is lingering outside in the cold wind. His strange behavior puts her on edge, so she begins documenting what's happening.
I even texted Riley and I was like, Riley, I've already called my parents. I told them where I am, but I need you to talk to me and make sure I'm sane. So she was like, are you safe? And I was like, I think I'm safe. I don't know if I'm safe though. I really don't. I'm not sure exactly what is happening here. I'm still not sure what is happening here. I don't understand attaching, detaching, doing the most. It just doesn't register what is going on exactly. Again, it would make more sense if he was either in the RV or in the truck, but he is in neither of them. He is just in the outside, but not in the outside that's like sheltered. And at first I thought, oh, well, maybe he's going to the restroom, because you can see there's a little vault toilet over here. Nope, that wasn't it either. And he looks like he's a solo man. I feel crazy for worrying about this. I mean, apart from just leaving, what do? I do not feel comfortable with the fact that he didn't just pull up a while ago into like where you pull up. He pulled up and blocked the exit for a little bit, and just from the exit you can see directly into my van, and he just did this. That part creeped me out a little bit. Maybe he was just staring because I'm in the front seat instead of the back. I don't know. but like I was on the phone and my service is better in the front than it is in the back because of the glass. I think I'm gonna get on iOverlander and look for another spot. I can always come back to this one later. I'll mark this one for later because it's really nice, but I think I'm gonna split. I've never not trusted my gut on something. And sure, it may be absolutely nothing again. It could just be that this is his RV. He likes to be outside. He loves the breeze. That's cool. And I know this sounds crazy to explain this as I'm just watching my random neighbor. However, he parked in a spot that would literally prohibit people from coming through on the actual road. Like I can see where the van is parked. They're off to the side. I am off to the side. He's in the middle of the road again. That is loud music. Okay.
Things escalate when the man moves his van to block the only exit road. That's a major red flag. If he wasn't up to anything, why would he block the exit path of a solo female camper?
I need to look at iOverlander, and I may need to go away from this site to do that. I don't like to make videos like this. I like to make videos of exploration and happiness and not weird stuff that happens on the road. And I have a whole day planned, and it was going to hub out of this campground right here. But like if I can hear what I hear from here with the wind that we have, that's insane. Okay, so I'm gonna get some sunglasses. I'm gonna take off this hat, which has now squished the floof all to pieces. I'm going to re-floof the floof, and I'm just gonna look wild. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, no offense to that guy. I'm sure that he's just fine. But sometimes you just get a really uncomfortable feeling, and it was his actions themselves.
3 miles.
Not cool. As a solo female traveler, I feel like sometimes I have to do the most in order to just make sure I'm safe. And sometimes that means I have to abandon a really nice campsite so that I can make sure I'm good. And this is one of those instances where I am not thrilled about having to get out of here, because I really wish I could have done this like an hour and a half ago if that was the case, but I couldn't. And now it feels rushed and stressed and not okay.
Bunny ultimately makes the smart call to leave and find another place to stay for the night. I think she definitely made the right decision, because if you get a gut feeling about something, like we always say, trust your gut. It's rarely wrong. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Was it just a misunderstanding, or was that man up to no good by blocking the exit? That's one of the downsides to van life. You never really know who your neighbors might be. They could be perfectly fine, or they could be a psychopath. Before the next clip, if you are enjoying the video, please drop us a like and consider subscribing. We upload new creepy videos weekly. Now, back to the video. The last and most disturbing video of the night comes from Quest Out West, a YouTube channel hosted by Natasha, who documents her life as a solo female traveler, living full-time in a Dodge Grand Caravan with her 3 cats. It is April 11, 2023, and Natasha sets out to find a remote, free camping spot in the wilderness outside of Squamish, British Columbia. With warmer weather finally arriving, she's excited to reconnect with nature, using GPS and the iOverlander app to track down a peaceful site. But what starts as a calm solo camping trip quickly spirals into something far more nerve-wracking.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Is that supposed to be a bird? Because it sounds like the predator. I truly don't feel safe here. I'm slowly taking things out of the van because I'm trying to find something to prop up the camp stove with, because this is going to hang off the side if I put them here. And as I'm doing this, I realize how I'm becoming increasingly more vulnerable as I take stuff out of the van. It's not like I could just slam the door shut and take off, because I gotta put all this stuff back in the van. And then I'm hearing this weird ass sound from the woods. Okay, there are people coming. Either they're coming to keep me company or to me. We're gonna find out. Stay tuned. So they didn't me, but they didn't stay. They all went up that road that I was afraid to go up. Good news.
As Natasha begins unpacking her gear, she hears an unsettling high-pitched noise echoing from deep within the trees. It immediately puts her on edge. She even says it sounds exactly like the predator from the movie. On top of that, she gets spooked when a group of people walk past her camp, heading straight up the dirt road she herself was too uneasy to venture up.
I still want to know what's up that road. This is delicious, really. I'm waiting for it to cool off because I don't... Ooh, that cooled off real fast. I don't want to go get a dish. I just want to eat it right out of the pan. Maybe. What I'm gonna do. Take this out. Making a mess. There we go. If you're gonna complain that I use my fork and knife backwards, that's your problem, really. It's been a minute since I had a steak, and I'll tell you, it's delicious. I honestly don't know if we're gonna sleep here tonight, because as cool as that is, this spot just does not feel safe. We might move.
After trying to settle in and enjoying a well-earned steak for dinner, Natasha starts second-guessing her decision to camp there. Despite the stunning view, she can't shake the eerie vibe. Something feels off. Her instincts are telling her this spot may not be safe.
There's a mosquito. It was just a mosquito. I'm a little jumpy. It started to get dark pretty fast, so I scrambled to finish my food and then shove everything back in the van. Now it's getting pretty dark, and I really just want to get out of here. I don't want to sleep here for the night. I'm just too creeped out. Every single little noise that I heard, I was like, oh my God, what is that? Is that a bear? I just can't. I can't do it. We're at the end of the dirt road. There seems to be a pull-off right behind me. And I think there's another car there for the night, but there's room for at least one other car. So I think I'm going to turn around and go check it out. Okay. I can't see anything. I can't do this. Oh Lord. See, you're gonna see in a second that there is a car right there, but I don't know if they're parked there. Oh, they might actually, they might actually just live here. Okay. Maybe this is not. Never mind. I started driving. The sign in front of me told me that I can't turn left, so I turned right, and it's pitch black, no lights on the side of the road. I have trouble seeing at night. I really don't like driving at night, and then I start realizing there's nowhere to pull off and nowhere to turn around for like forever, and I'm possibly going to end up in Whistler. Then on top of it, a truck starts driving behind me, really right up on my butt, like tailgating me, and with his high beams on or whatever, and he's doing it on purpose. And I'm going like 85 in a 90. It's not like I'm going too slow. I'm just going too slow for him. And I saw a turn off for a lookout, but he was right on my ass. I couldn't even slow down, so he almost ran me off the road, and there was nothing else I could do. So, yeah.
Thankfully, Natasha gets out safely, just rattled. But it's deeply unsettling to think someone may have been tailgating her later that night in such a dark and isolated forest. That situation could have gone very wrong. So what do you think was really going on out there? Was it someone trying to mess with her, or something even more sinister? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're planning to go exploring alone at night, always stay alert and ready, because one day you could run into someone just like Natasha did. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.